Good morning, my dear students, and welcome back to class on civics. In the previous class, we had dealt with the differences between the Court of District Judge and the Sessions Court. I hope you are clear with it. Today, let's move on to another topic called Lok Adalat. What is the purpose of this particular Lok Adalat? Before we move on to its meaning, what do you mean by the term called Lok Adalat? It means People's Court. People's Court. And what is the significance of this particular Lok Adalat? Imagine when you file a case in the High Court or a Supreme Court, it will take your time, it will take your money, and it is a long process. If you file a case today in 2022, we do not know when you will get a verdict, because the opposition party can appeal the case in the Supreme Court, and it will take time. So what is the significance of having something called a Lok Adalat? It is known as an alternative mechanism for disputes and pending cases in the court that are settled in a friendly manner. Which means, if there are two parties that are having problem, instead of going to the court, they come together to the Lok Adalat. They come with a spirit of compromise, and they settle the matter outside the court. Which means they do not go to the court. If you go to the court, it takes your time, it takes your money. So instead of going to the court, both parties come together and they have kind of agreement and they settle the matter. So it's known as an alternative mechanism in which the disputes and the cases are settled in a friendly manner. And now let's go to background of it. In 1987, with the recommendation given by P.N. Bhagavati, the government began to set up Lok Adalats. So at the recommendation of P.N. Bhagavati, the government began to set up something called Lok Adalats according to the Legal Services Authorities Act. Legal Services Authorities Act. That happened in 1987 with the recommendation given by P.N. Bhagavati, and according to the Legal Services Authorities Act, the government began to set up something called Lok Adalat. So remember, it is an alternative mechanism where disputes and cases are settled in a friendly manner. And what are these aims? What are the aims of Lok Adalat? The first, it provides legal help and quick justice. It does not take 10 years to give a verdict for you. Okay? So it provides legal help and it provides quick justice for those people who cannot afford to get a lawyer. Which means if you file a case, you need to have a lawyer, and we have to give fee to the lawyer. So it is an expensive matter. So for those people who cannot afford a lawyer, there is something called a Lok Adalat that can settle your matter. So it provides legal help, legal aid, and also it provides quick justice. Okay? And the state and the district authorities, when it comes down to the state, district level, the state or the district authorities will have to make sure that they organize the Lok Adalat. So it is the duty of the district or the state to make sure that Lok Adalats are held to settle the disputes. And the decisions taken at the Lok Adalats will be taken as a decree of the civil code and must be binding on both parties. So when a decision taken by the Lok Adalat, it has to be a decree. It has to be a decree of the civil code, and the decision taken by the Lok Adalat must be binding on both parties, and both parties will have to agree for a settlement. And the cases are settled informally and in a friendly manner. When there are two parties having a problem, having a dispute, both of them must agree for a settlement. So the cases are settled informally and cordially. Okay. And what are the purpose of it? What are the purposes of law adalat? The first one, as I said, it provides legal aid, provides quick justice, and it reduces the workload and the heavy backlog of cases, which means the law adalats reduce the workload of the High Court, Subordinate Court and the Supreme Court. And it eliminates high expenses, high cost, and it eliminates delay in providing justice. As I said, when you file a case in the court, it takes your time, it consumes your time. So when you go to a law adalat, it eliminates delay in providing the justice. So these are the things once again that you need to remember. Provides legal help, provides quick justice, reduces the workload of the courts, eliminates high expenses, eliminates delay in providing the justice. Now, what are the advantages of having law adalat? What are the advantages? The first advantage is that it plays a vital role in settling family disputes between the neighbors and the minor cases. When you have a case with your neighbor, it is better you go to a law adalat and settle the matter than going to the Supreme Court or the High Court. It takes your time, it takes your money. So, the law adalat plays a vital role, plays an important role in settling the matters between the families, between the neighbors and those minor cases. And how does it work? The law adalat works in a spirit of compromise and understanding, because both parties will have to come with a spirit of compromise and with the spirit of understanding. So that's how the law adalat works. Third one, it delivers fast and inexpensive justice. As I said, it does not take time because both parties have come together and they come with a spirit of compromise and understanding, so they can settle the matter faster. So it delivers fast and inexpensive justice. And next one, it reduces the workload of other courts like the High Court and the Supreme Court. Next one, it promotes social justice by providing legal help for the weaker sections of the society. The weaker sections of the society cannot afford to have a lawyer in a particular case. So to help them, to provide them social justice, what happens? We have something called a law adalat that provides fast and inexpensive justice. And the working of the law adalat is very simple. Any person having a reason, having a complaint, can write an application on a plain paper and move to the law adalat. The procedures are not very complicated. When you have a complaint, you take a paper or write an application and you move to the law adalat, and there your case is already there. So the procedure is not very complicated. So these are the advantages of having something called a law adalat. So understand the meaning of the term called law adalat. It means people's court. Definition: it is an alternative mechanism that can settle the disputes and the cases in a friendly manner. And how does it work, or how did it begin? In 1987, with the recommendation of P.N. Bhagavathi and with the Legal Services Authorities Act, we have the setup called a law adalat. Two important aims: provides legal aid and provides legal help and aid, provides quick justice to those people who cannot afford to have a lawyer. And as I said, it is the duty of the district and the state authorities to make sure that they organize the law adalat. We have learned the purposes and the advantages. I hope you are clear with this particular topic. So we have completed the next chapter, the High Court, Subordinate Court, and the last part, something called the law adalat. So can you go through the video once again and try to understand the explanation. I will send the notes to you so that you can complete the notes too. Okay children, thank you.